Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Club Helensvale for the exciting final of the state singles. It's going to be a great game, ladies and gentlemen, between Chloe Stewart and Taryn Goldsworthy. So we've got a couple of guest commentators here this morning, so I hope you enjoy the telecast and listen to their expert commentary. So welcome aboard, girls. Have a good broadcast. Everybody sit back and enjoy it, and please, if you can, share it now as often as we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, good morning everyone. You're stuck with me again, Kelsey Cottrell, back sucker for punishment I reckon, but I've got a really cool person to have a chat to for however long you can stay. Bolivia Millerick, semi-finalist this year in the state singles. We're trying to go back to back, mighty close. What happened this morning?
Kind of everything.
Everything?
Yep.
A little bit of good, a little bit of bad.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. Can't walk away unhappy.
Obviously Chloe played very well.
Yeah, she did. Absolutely on point.
Always tough when two jackaroos have to go head to head. It's obviously a shame it wasn't in the final. But Karen, you know a fair bit about Karen.
Yep.
She's obviously playing very well. Won the fours together this year.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit about Karen? I've seen her around, but I don't know too much about her.
Actually, she just lives up the road from me now. I've recently moved to Wynnum, so she obviously babysits. Thank you, Karen. But yeah, so she plays a hell of a lot. We used to play in Bundy together. Karen, Goldsworthy and Lynn Long actually started Cassandra and I off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they took us under their wings, really.
Well, that's a pretty cool story that you guys got to team up and win the state fours this year, and great for Karen to be in the final here.
Yeah, definitely. She's absolutely playing awesome.
Okay, so it looks like this is the first end being completed. Chloe's just disappeared. Alright, so it looks like we've got Chloe Stewart on the right side of the scoreboard. So Chloe's picked up one on that first end. And whilst this women's singles is happening, there's also the men's singles semi-finals happening on the rinks next door. So Stephen Tong is currently leading Kane Nelson 10-6. So I think he was down 6-1 possibly, and he's had a bit of a good run the last few ends, so now up 10-6. And then Scotty De Jong's taking on Kevin Anderson, your club mate.
Yeah.
And I've no chance of seeing the scoreboard at the moment. Someone's on 3, but we'll get that one for you. So it looks like it's been a pretty good game so far. Right, so still no sign of Chloe. Do you reckon Karen would be nervous playing?
Oh.
Being single, I suppose it's a little bit different when it's singles because you're out there all by yourself.
Absolutely, there's no teammates with you. No, I reckon Karen would be pretty nervous, but she's a very relaxed person altogether, to be honest. She just takes it how it goes, really. Kevin's down.
Yeah, I think Scotty's up 8-3. Alright, so still no sign of Chloe. Did see a cop car drive past, so hopefully she wasn't in that. So the exciting thing for these two ladies, obviously whoever wins this game will actually win 2 state titles this year. So greedy buggers.
Definitely. Good. Yes.
Alright, so Chloe's coming back, so she's going to lead. She won the first end, picked up 1. Alright, Chloe Stewart from Tweed Heads. Trying to win her. Would this be her first state singles if she was to get up today?
I think so, definitely. Yeah.
Alright, so Chloe's opted for a fairly long end. Does she play long ends against you?
Yes, medium to long.
Medium to long?
Yes. Definitely.
And what does Karen like to play?
But everything.
She's pretty casual.
Yeah.
She sounds like she's a pretty casual character, so she'll take whatever.
Yep, definitely. Absolutely.
So on the rink next door looks like Jake. I'm going to say Jacob a fair few times this game. Kane, Jacob's little brother Kane. Looks like he's finally got off 6. So Stephen Tong still leading 10-7 in that men's semi-final. Looks like on the rink next door here, closest to us, looks like Kevin's in a little bit of trouble. Maybe a couple down. He's already 5 behind on the scoreboard. Needs to stop. Don't think so. Should probably be another one to Scotty there. Oh, okay, so we've just got a little bit of an issue with the switching here of the cameras, so just bear with us as we get things organised. Technology, it's awesome when it works. And when it doesn't, it's extremely stressful.
Absolutely.
Is that your dad walking through the car park with your little Violet?
It is, definitely.
doing some laps to get her to go to sleep.
That's exactly right. Had to tell him to go around the bumps, not over them.
Pretty good bowls there from Chloe.
Mm-hmm. Holding a few. So how's motherhood going in a way, Bolivia? Honestly, really fantastic.
Got it all under control?
Yeah,
Breeze of
as much as possible.
Got the perfect baby?
Oh, absolutely. Cannot complain at all. She's an absolute dream.
Oh, well, you'll be a candidate for 4 kids then.
I don't know about that. I'd love another one, but that's as far as it goes. Definitely.
You got any other siblings? We know you've got Cassandra, your twin sister. We see a lot on the bowl screen. You guys winning heaps of stuff together, but that's it? Just the 2 of you?
Oh, pretty much. We've got 4 other 2 sisters and 2 stepbrothers.
Yep.
But they're a lot older than us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're back with the cameras. So,
woohoo.
You can see there, it's a little bit deceiving. Kind of almost looks like Karen's got the shot there, but from where we're sitting, it kind of looks like Chloe's got 2. So,
definitely.
We'll wait and see what happens here. So, Chloe's got 1 more to play, and so does Karen. You can see that Chloe's sort of all hers coming in on the forehand, as long as she can miss the front one.
Yep. And
Oh, Marcus not saying anything, so
keeping it quiet.
Entirely sure what's going on here. Well, we do know that Karen's the only one that's got a bowl past the jack, so she can make just sort of slide under a front one and somehow touch the jack or feather off Chloe's
Definitely
closest one there. So backhand it is. And on the rink next door, Kane's won 2 ends in a row now. Only 1, so it's now 8-10. He trails after getting off to a pretty good start. Looked like Tongi played a couple of good conversions.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, looks like he's found his way there. You can see just left his screen. He's drawn a toucher with his first bowl.
Nice start.
And one of these girls are measuring. You see Scotty De Jong's playing with a bit of weight. And he nearly got very, very lucky. Just missed the jack. Little wry smile from Kevin. All right, what's happening with this measure, Olivia?
Not exactly entirely sure. One, two.
Always on the walk. You walk that baby. She asleep yet?
All right, so just the one to Chloe there. So Chloe Stewart leads 2-0 in the state singles final, first to 25.
Yes.
Get away from the smoking area. Get away from the smoking area.
Bobby's going to the pub.
Right, so Chloe's gone for that sort of medium to long length end again.
She did favour them in the first game for sure.
How was the green running?
Really nice. It did change in about halfway, but it's really nice. You just chuck it out, it comes perfectly nicely back in.
Good shot next door from Kevin Anderson. So he's killed that end. So the bowls are going to be sent back. So nice opener from Chloe there. So with this one, she'll want to just make sure she just arrives up to it, tries to change it up a little bit. Let's have a look. Who's Chloe's had to play along the way. So we know that she got up over You Believer in the semi.
Yep. Yes.
So prior to that, she played Adele Pursehouse. I saw Adele last year at the Australian Open. She won the over 60s pairs.
Very hard person to beat, for sure.
So she had a fairly close one there. Round of 16, she played Joan Tennant. So Joan Tennant's from Victoria. Comes up here for... I don't know if she's moved up here permanently. I'm not really sure, but I know she normally chases the sunshine up here in winter.
Yep, plays for the Bulls.
So you had a good win in your quarterfinal.
Yes.
Beaten another Jackaroo. You just ran into Jackaroos.
Yeah, I did.
And New Zealand representatives the whole way through. Round of 16, you beat Serena Matthews, who's from New Zealand. Again, chases the sun over here on the Gold Coast in winter. Then you come up against Lindsay, and you've beaten her by 7. And then run into a bit of a red-hot Chloe Stewart.
Absolutely.
See what's happening in the men here. All right, so Kane Nelson in the quarterfinal beat Paul Gilbert. Round of 16, beat Sean Baker by 1. That's a good effort. Stephen Tong, his opponent, beat Sean Ingham. I believe I watched a couple of ends, just having a little peek this morning to see what time I needed to be here, and I saw Tongi save game a couple of times.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was a good quality game.
Yep.
He's also beat Aaron Sheriff along the way, so definitely playing well. Stephen Tong. Kevin Anderson beat Jake from Toowoomba. Is it Jake Ryan or Jake Rin?
I would think Ryan.
Ryan, we'll go with Ryan.
Yep. He's a great bowler.
Kevin Anderson at round of 16 beat R. Digby. 21-13. Scotty De Jong, quarterfinal, beat Glenn Bailey. And prior to that had beaten Dean McQuinney, so a Queensland state representative, and he got up by 10 shots in that one. So Scotty seems to be playing well this state carnival.
Yeah.
What did he win? He won the triples and the fours.
Yeah. My goodness.
And as we speak, he's just coming in and drawing the shot. You can see left the screen, they're going in the other direction. Alright, so Karen, it could be 2 down. Couple behind.
Yeah.
If she can get that jack. She's definitely having a crack for it. Down on the back. Oh no. Oh, when she let that go, I thought she'd played on the back end. Gotta take more notice. She's played the forehand, trying to sit the bowls. Oh, nearly.
That's definitely one thing with Karen. She will be never short.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Does Chloe know that?
I'm not entirely so
Chloe's
sure.
Chloe might not have played against Karen all that much.
No, I think she's only like... I've had Chloe in pretty much every sectional after all these events.
Yep.
So I think that's the only time that we've actually played each other.
So you can see the scores up on the screen there. Stephen Tong now leads 12-8 over Kane Nelson, and Scotty De Jong's up 10-4 over Kevin Anderson.
Interesting.
And is he going to draw another one here? He's got one.
Very close.
Might have just drawn in for another possibly. Yeah, another 2 to Scotty.
Very nice draw bowl.
Right, so looks like 2 there to Chloe Stewart. So she now leads 4-0. It's a great start from Chloe. Her first couple of bowls have been pretty well in the area. These first 3 ends.
Green looks like it's picked up a bit of pace too, even with that wind.
Yeah, the sun's really beaming down.
Oh, it is a tad hot out there.
As long as it stays like this for the Australian Open.
Oh.
We always get rain during the Australian Open.
Definitely. Fingers crossed. Let's hope. Karen's drawn. Nice start.
So it was a nice shot there from Kane. I saw the end result. The jack went flying out of bounds. I think he was maybe 2 or 3 down at least. So he's killed again. Start again.
Oh, Chloe, 2 short ones.
Yeah, a chance here for Karen. She's got a good one in there with her first. She can get this one roundabout.
Absolutely.
Who are you playing with in the Australian Open, Olivia?
In the pairs, I'm with Kira Burke from Tweedheads.
Okay, she's going good.
Yep. The fours would be Jamie Lee Warsop, Cass, and Kelly McKieran.
Oh yeah, the Canadian representative.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a good team there.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously singles by myself. What about yourself?
I'm playing mixed pairs with Robbie here.
Yeah.
Playing pairs with Lindsay Clark. And our fours team is Lindsay Ann Johns, myself, and Rebecca Van Ash.
That's fair.
So we've played the last few years, or actually a couple of years ago missed playing out in the fours. But every time we've played a different way around all the time. We keep chopping and changing. So
that's totally understandable. Definitely.
We've sort of got 4 leads, 4 skips, 4 seconds. Like we can kind of, we're very versatile.
Absolutely.
And we're also very indecisive. Last year we pretty much drew it out of a hat, I think.
Oh,
so
that's fair.
So we've tried to put a bit of strategy into it this year, and we'll sort of see how we go.
Yeah, definitely. Just give it a crack.
We'll be right as long as we don't verse you.
Yeah. Hopefully not the first one. We'll wait till the semis or finals.
Okay. Not a bad one there from Chloe. That's probably 2.
Definitely.
So despite those first 2 loose ones, Chloe's managed to get the next 2 in there, and looks like she's holding 2. So a bit of pressure for Karen here. She's not on the scoreboard yet, and it's not an easy shot here, really.
She does look close.
Couple of gaps. What a shot.
What a nice start.
That's a good shot to get on the scoreboard.
Definitely. It's a very nice way to.
Right, so we've got about just over nearly 130 people watching. So make sure you hit share. Share it to all your friends, especially your friends that don't play bowls. They might take an interest and tune in and think that this is a pretty good sport.
Definitely. Come down to local bowls club.
Alright, so in the men's semi-final, Scott De Jong just picked up 4 shots. So he's now leading 16-4 over Kevin Anderson.
That's a very good start from Scotty.
Right, so understandably here, Karen's put in a nice little short end. She's opted to go mat back and jack up. Sort of short to medium length end.
Who won that? Tongy won that end.
Yeah, Tongy just looking over, looks like he's sort of getting closer with his first couple of bowls, and the last few ends Kane's had to play with a fair bit of weight.
Definitely to disrupt it.
Bolivia, you've got a really good drive. Maybe you could tell people that are watching how you sort of line up and what you aim at. What are you looking at when you line up for a really firm runner or a drive? Do you look at the jack or?
Well, not really. The bowls I'm playing with now to what I played with a couple months ago, they're just a tad narrower. So when you're playing weight, it's pretty fair on straight up.
Okay.
So what I hit, what I want to hit is pretty much what I aim for.
Aim for, yep.
Yeah, because they're pretty straight up, especially with the weight I use.
So Chloe's first one was pretty handy. She's dropped that second one in short. She picked up the line nicely though.
Line's perfect.
Karen just needs to take off a little bit of weight. She's got good line as well.
Definitely.
So just next door, left a screen, you would have seen bowls flying everywhere. That was Kevin Anderson.
Yep.
Having a run. He's took all of Scotty's bowls off the green.
Karen just drew a nice toucher there.
So Chloe's just double checking if she's only one down. Oh, close for second, do you think she was saying?
I'm pretty sure. Because I know she trailed it good meter. Scotty's definitely playing well.
He's playing very good, yeah. He's just trailed the jack again. Right, Chloe's bowl, you'll see it coming in. Oh, maybe.
Very close.
Ooh. Well, even if she hasn't got a shot, she's sort of given herself a bit more of a guide in there, something to work with.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, Kane Nelson's playing his last bowl. Looks like he might be down a couple again. So he's chasing this one. Looks interested.
Yep.
Well, he's hit the front one. Might have got one out.
Very close. And
No, he's picked the jack up, so I think that'll be one at Tongy.
we saved the shot. Karen looks like she's come down with a bit of weight. Yeah.
Might have looked good for her to maybe do you think she was maybe trying to get underneath that short one and push her shot ball, well, could be the shot ball onto the jack?
I reckon so.
Give her that had aggressive thoughts, I think, with that weight she was playing. Definitely not trying to dead draw it.
No.
Which is good. I like the...
Oh, absolutely.
Got to go for it.
Yeah. No point being draw short. At least you know you're going to be up there.
Alright, so Chloe's last one was pretty good.
See what she does here.
I still don't really know who's got shot, but I'd say Karen's got shot.
Yeah.
Chloe just needs to make contact with her second shot. Half a roll would probably be enough. Something like that. Maybe.
Possible.
Oh, did it go too far? She really didn't hit that very hard, and it still went a couple of rolls.
Definitely. Oh, tape measure. Oh, nice start by Kane. Straight on it with his first. Tongy has a good reply. Oh, Karen did get it.
Well, it was a nice attempt by Chloe. Just went a little bit too far
Very
in the
nice.
end.
Yeah, definitely the idea of it.
That's for me, mate. Come back, kid.
Kevin Anderson's drawn a toucher here. He's holding 3. And since I've been sitting here, this is probably the 3 worst bowls I've seen Scotty play. I mean, they're still not that bad. He gave him a chance. He's got 3 past the jack. But he's been going pretty good. Set the standard very high.
Yep.
But now 3 down. Let's see what he's got. So we're starting to get some numbers up here. 140 people tuned in from all over. From places I've never heard of.
I've heard of Grafton. Definitely.
Lowood?
I have not heard of Lowood, sorry. But it's very nice to see everyone watching from everywhere. Very good.
Philip asking, who do you favour to win?
Would that be men's or women's? Or everyone?
Probably both. Probably both. I think it's hard for me to look past Chloe.
Yeah.
I'd probably get in a lot of trouble if I suggested otherwise anyway, being an Australian teammate. But yeah, for that reason, the experience, playing for Australia, won many state titles already. Probably the best form she's been in for a while as well. Playing really good at the moment, so
I will agree with you there.
Hard to look past Chloe, but and probably that's a little bit because I haven't seen Karen play all that much, but she's obviously done extremely well to be here in the final. And in the men,
definitely.
Well, it's the way Scotty De Jong's playing.
He is on point.
Pretty good.
Absolute on point.
I'll say Stephen Tong. He looks really up for it.
Yep.
Like he's really animated and
looks like he actually wants to just get it over and done with. Here I am. Let's just do it.
And I think his confidence will be pretty high as well. He'd been trying to crack the state team for a long time, and having done that last year, and from all reports playing pretty good as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think, look, he's just drawn a toucher there. So Kane basically had a jack-eye bowl right on it, and Tongi's come up and trailed the jack a foot. So
great bowls. Karen looks like she's holding 1.
Yeah, interesting here. She kind of needs to get another one close. She wouldn't want to put it right next to the one she's already got there, because Chloe's got the next 3 and she's got a pretty good drive on her, so she would have ripped him out. But that's probably the only thing that she didn't really want to do, is be a little bit short. She really needed to just try and cover and count, as we say, like try and just beat those bowls of Chloe. And
definitely that would have been more ideal.
So an interesting bowl here. If the head stays the same, we're at 4 all, and Karen's done a really good job to claw her way back in. And if Chloe can pick up the jack here, well, picking up fours
Yeah,
and singles. That's pretty good
absolutely.
going.
Definitely. Another nice end by Kevin Anderson.
She's a little bit wide, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nice
Yep.
weight. All right, so this will be 2 to Karen. Makes the scores 4 all.
We got Gail George watching from Bali.
Oh, on holidays maybe?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hello, Gail. Hopefully you're having a good time over there. It's beautiful over here in Queensland.
Some Kiwis tuning in.
Cairns. Hello, Cole from Cairns. Oh, Mundubra. Very nice, Aileen. Go Club Manly.
I actually have a feeling I think I might know where Lowood is now. I think I might have actually been out there yesterday. I've got family that have got a bit of a farm about 30 minutes from Ipswich, so
Hell yeah.
I've got a feeling I was out that way.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Alright, so you would have seen, if you were watching Kevin Anderson there on the left of screen, he's put his hands up on his head. He's probably holding 3 or 4, but he's just opened it up a little bit, so I think we'll see Scotty
Oh, have definitely
having
not
a bit
be
of a
short.
crack
Yeah.
at this. Can see the jack now, and yeah, even if he's slightly off, bowl and a half wide either side, he's going to get a result.
Definitely. Oh, 9 and up.
Well, he's got 1 out. See whether he stayed for 3rd or 4th.
Yes.
Another pretty handy opener there from Chloe.
Oh no. Kevy's got 3.
He's got 3, but he's asking for 5.
Yeah, that would be right.
I might try that.
Yeah. Definitely. Carrying through a nice bowl.
That's a good shot there from Karen.
Chloe?
Karen's been heavy with her first one a lot, but I suppose it could be in a worse spot.
Absolutely.
You don't want it the other way around.
No.
Short with your first one.
Exactly. I know if I'm short on my first, I'm quite frustrated.
So we've got 150 people watching. I'd like to hear what you guys reckon, who you think might win this women's singles final. Now's a good time to try and pick it. It's only 4 all.
Very early.
Don't sit on the fence and wait till the scores get a little closer to that magic 25. I'd like to hear your early predictions.
Definitely, that would be nice.
And so following this game is the men's singles final. Which, if we stopped the game now, would be Scotty De Jong taking on Stephen Tong, but there's still a long way to go. Scotty's on 18, needs to get to 25, and Tongy's only on 14. He's up 14-8 over young Kane.
Kane just drew a beautiful ball then.
Yeah, right out on the boundary peg, I think, as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, a few people saying Chloe. Rayleigh saying 50-50, too hard to call.
Yep.
Right, John reckons Chloe to win and hopes Kane can win as well. Wow, bad news if you're cheering for Kane. He is down 8-14, but worse than that, Stephen Tong has just played another awesome shot. He's sat his bowl out. Sat right next to the jack, and it's out on the boundary peg, but Kane does have another one to go. So we'll see what he can do. Big chance here if he can sit the bowl or trail the jack. Looks like he's going quicker. I think he might have a toucher in the ditch as well.
I think they both do.
Oh, he's got it.
Got it. Very nice bowl to Kane.
Wow, remember that one because be a bit of a turning point there. He's might even have 2 possibly. So good save there.
Yep. Karen's got 1.
All right, Karen's hit the front for the first time. So these little short ends, well, not super short, that sort of medium length ends have been really working for Karen, helping her get back into this game. Oh, the crowd roars, the Broad Beach crowd roars.
Interesting.
Kay Nelson's brought the mat right up, which is good for you guys tuning in because you'll be able to see the jack on the right of screen there.
Drawn with absolute toucher.
Front toucher.
That's a nice start.
Alright, someone's predicting Karen and Scotty. Yeah, that's looking pretty good at the moment. Yep.
Definitely. We've got Alex Murtaugh watching.
When is Alex Murtaugh ever not watching bowls these
Oh, really?
days? Every time I'm commentating, Alex Murtaugh's watching.
Good on him.
Have you got your rule book out again this game, Alex? He had his rule book or his law book out the other day.
That's classic. That is absolute classic.
Good shot there from Tongy. So Kane Nelson did have a front toucher, not anymore. Stephen Tong's just, with probably 2 feet away, just peeled the toucher out and sat for 2. Looks like Kane might have put something back, possibly. So,
bit too far away to tell.
Yeah, that game's been pretty awesome quality though. The last few ends have just been going shot for shot.
Absolutely. Well, Tongy likes it.
And Tongy's just come up and trailed the jack into the ditch for 3. And he called a middle it. He got pretty close to middle in it. I reckon that it'd have to be no more than 2 feet off it in the ditch.
Absolutely. Chloe's holding 2.
It's really just the weight that's getting Karen when she does play a bit of a loose one. She's always got the line pretty good. Just struggling to get the weight.
Definitely. It's a bit tricky, I will say that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a wind about. Looks like a little bit of a head tail wind.
Yep. Yes. Nothing to complain about.
If you're winning.
Oh, I don't complain. It'll be fine. Bowls is bowls. You still come back the next day and still play it.
We do. We do.
Are you playing the Blue Diamond?
Yes. Yep.
Ooh,
Linz and I are playing the next couple of days at Broad Beach.
Oh, beautiful.
Getting some practice in.
And the Blue Opal, or?
No, not the Blue Opal.
No, that's understandable.
That'd be about 6 weeks straight of bowls for me if I chucked another few days in there. Got a busy time ahead with the Aussie Open starting next week. So for the men, it starts on Saturday.
Yep.
Men's singles. Wow. I think it's like maybe over 900 entries.
My goodness.
The men's singles. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, record.
Definitely.
Record numbers for the Aussie Open. And then we've got the Asia Pacific Games kicking off 3 days after the final of the AO.
Very hectic.
And Kevin Anderson's driving, and he's got it.
Holding shot. You must be pumped for the Asia Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's always a bit of a treat to put on the green and gold, and the great thing for us is it's here on the Gold Coast, so we can have family and friends come in and heaps of supporters.
Oh, absolutely. Is this the last year for the Aussie Open?
No.
No? How
No.
many years we got left?
I'm not sure. I think
Yeah.
I've got a funny feeling it'll stay on the Gold Coast for
Yeah.
a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really good since it's come to the Gold Coast, and good for us because we can just drive there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just down the
Melbourne.
road for us. Yeah,
Who wants to
exactly.
go to Melbourne?
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful sunny weather in the Gold Coast. Let's hope it stays this way for the Aussie Open.
Go, bruh. Bring on the 2 Come on.
Oh, that's nice, Alex. He's going to take it easy on us girls.
Thank you, Alex.
Save all your tough questions for the big boss.
Exactly.
The big chief's walking around here somewhere with a camera.
Ooh. T to T and Chloe. Pretty much.
Yeah, this will be the longest end of the game
Definitely.
so far. She got the jack, not quite.
That's not a bad start.
Alright, so Kevin Anderson's staging a little bit of a comeback here. It's only 7 shots down now.
Ooh. Definitely a comeback on the lines.
Kay Nelson
Ooh.
and Stephen Tonga continuing to play pretty good over there. Got another 3 or 4 bowls within a couple of feet. How you going, Kevin? Would you like any advice on what we can see? We're playing really good here,
Yeah.
actually. Like,
We're perfect.
well, what should you do? The driving's definitely working. That
Yeah.
last drive was brilliant.
Yeah.
Give that a go again.
Kick it. Just hit it. It's very odd to see people like Kevin not wear a hat, to be honest.
All
It's-
the UK countries,
Yeah.
all their top players, they never wear a hat. I don't know how they do it. Does he wear
I agree.
sunscreen? Surely he's got sunscreen
Oh,
on.
I don't think so. No, I really don't think so. Yeah, no. I don't know if they know what sunscreen is, really. But I will say I don't wear sunscreen. Karen's 2 short bowls, Chloe's holding 2. I would imagine.
So yeah, just wandering around, just having a look. It probably doesn't look real good from the mat.
No.
She swapped over? Yeah, looks like she swapped over to the backhand. It's always hard when there's a bowl right
Yep.
on the line. You can't see the jack.
Absolutely. It's hard to determine the length of that too. Oh, nice bowl, Chloe.
Oh, that's a great shot there.
Kane picked up 2 that end. Very nice. Alrighty, Kane, what are you going to do?
I can't tell what hand she's lining. Is she lining up on the forehand here?
Yes.
Right.
I reckon she'll play weight down to Chloe.
Trying to sort of sit and stay.
Yeah.
Don't really want to get Chloe's onto the jack.
No.
Wouldn't be too worse off, but a little feather off the front. Oh well, probably second. Definitely second. Fair effort, nice weight.
Yep. Beautiful weight.
Alright, Kevin Anderson looks like he's holding again.
This is probably their worst end yet, to be honest.
Alright, Chloe played a good one with her last. A little bit of movement on the jack would probably be good here.
Yep.
She's got the backward, needs to change it up a bit. Probably looks really juicy from the mat.
Yeah.
If that was you, Olivia, you'd be lining up and smashing that out of there.
Oh, absolutely. It looked too good. Ooh, she likes it. Nice bowl, Chloe.
Yeah, another good shot. And that's 2, probably.
I think it would have been better to change it up a little bit, but that's all right.
Suppose, she probably, she obviously would have been trying to destroy a bit of a toucher there, but
Yeah.
so that's the benefit. If you do try and play with a little bit of weight and you drop short, you're still
Absolutely still in it.
on the head. So, all right, let's see how much weight is Karen going to play.
Ooh.
There's really no danger in her playing as much weight as she likes.
Yeah.
Probably the more the better. Make sure
Absolutely.
she gets some of Chloe's balls into the ditch. No touches.
Definitely scored that goal.
Go on, is it 21? He's starting to sweat.
Right, couple of Chloe.
Nice balls by Chloe. Does do a little bit of a head start, 8-5.
Kane's going to pick up a couple this end. So that game's getting pretty close now. Stephen Tong still leads 16-14. Scotty De Jong's finally got off 18. Drew it with his last. And then's gone ditch to ditch and drawn one about, 8 inches off.
Hey!
Kerry draws that toucher. Alrighty.
So Chloe, I don't know if she would have been wanting the jack there. I reckon she might have been trying to throw it a bit longer.
I reckon she would have tried to go to T. That's a great start, Chloe. Alrighty.
Give it. Nice. Hey. Not good for burpees, but good for you.
Karen's drawn 2 absolute magnificent bowls. What's Scotty gonna do?
A couple of good openers here, both from Chloe and from Karen.
Yep.
Chloe's probably holding shot. But that's probably one of the better first bowls we've seen from Karen. She has tended to sort of be more on the heavy side.
Yeah, definitely.
So she's giving us something to work with this end, which is good. Great shot there from Chloe.
Very nice bowl. Oh, Kevin Anderson. 3 nice drawn bowls. Alrighty, 1 to Chloe. Haha, Alan, how did you get the mic B? Well, I didn't really have a choice, to be honest. They're more like, yeah.
She's too polite to say no.
Yeah. But, who doesn't like the mic? Have a small chat on here.
Did they tell you you've got to sing a song?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Oh, that wasn't...
No.
Yeah, okay.
I'll do the chicken dance. That's as close as it comes. Definitely.
Can we get a camera over here?
Thanks, Robbie. Oh, goodness. Oh, Chloe.
Oh, close. Oh, 3 great bowls there from Chloe. Unfortunately, you would have just seen Chloe's, probably we would say the middle bowl or the second closest kind of fell in and it's kind of locked Karen's shot bowl in there. So for Chloe to get the shot, she's probably going to need a bit of jack movement. So Karen's staying on the back end here.
Yeah.
The way looks handy, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Wow.
well done. Oh, has it gone out? Oh, a bit unlucky there to get
Yep.
the jack.
What a lovely bowl, though. Thanks, Alan. I know. I'm very much a worry. Definitely.
And Christine said, commiserations B on your semi-final, but a good effort getting there. Definitely a good effort, especially after winning it last year. It's hard to
Back it up.
back it up.
I will say it is definitely hard to go back to back, but thank you, Christine. Yeah, absolutely, Aileen.
We missed you at Marimbula last year, B.
Yeah.
So the winners,
Oh,
for anyone that doesn't know, the winners of the state championships here in Queensland will represent Queensland at Marimbula at the Australian Championships, which are in December. So Bolivia won the state singles last year, but unfortunately had to withdraw. But she had very good reasons, very exciting reason
Definitely.
to have to pull out the birth of her little girl.
Absolutely. Very painful, but very good. I'll
But
say
you'll
that.
get to go to Marimbula this year because you won the fours.
Definitely. Definitely. Bring it on. I'm so pumped for it.
All right, Karen, on the back end. If she can somehow get on to Chloe's closest bowl there, she'd probably make 3 or 4. And pump through her short one, hit that up for another. I think she's done here. Maybe just dead draw another. Not quite.
That short. Do you actually know who's got the short?
Well, judging off Chloe's, the way that she played with her last bowl, yeah, I'm guessing Karen had it, but...
Christine, my little one, Violet, is just about 6 months old and growing super quick. A little bit too quick for my liking.
They do say it goes quick.
Yes, how's your little one going, Kelsey?
Yeah, she's nearly 2.
Wow.
She's a little person now.
Oh.
She says, no, mummy, no, no, mummy. It's all I've heard all morning. No,
Aw.
mummy.
Stay home, mummy. No. Is she a mummy's girl or a daddy's girl?
She is a bit of a mummy's girl, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, when I'm home, not too many people get a look in.
Yep.
But she's pretty good when I'm away for bowls. Or at work or something like that. She's pretty good.
No. That's so cute. Playing on another one?
Well,
Maybe one day.
maybe.
Yeah. One's enough.
Great shot there from Kevin Anderson. He's probably a couple down. He's drawn a front toucher. So while that was happening, we heard lots of cheers from the other side. It's like Kane Nelson's got one right on the jack. Tongi's got a couple of seconds, but it is right on the jack, and Tongi doesn't have anything past unless he's got a toucher in the ditch somewhere, but I don't think so. So we'll see what he tries to do over there.
Be very interesting.
Alright, so again we just see if Karen could just get her weight.
Yes.
This would be a really, really tough game for Chloe, but she's just playing a couple too many loose ones at the minute, and Chloe's just getting more sort of roundabout.
Yeah, definitely.
But her line is so good. Like, she's nailing the line every time. I keep saying it, but yeah, she just, if she gets that weight, my God, she'll be all over it.
Absolutely.
What did Karen lead or second or third in your four?
In the four, she's second. She dropped herself from third, to be honest.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. She kind of told Cassandra that she had the third, and Karen wanted to drop herself. So Cassandra was quite happy with that, because as much as she likes lead, I think Cassandra just wants to step up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a bit stale, don't you, if you keep playing the same position all the time?
Definitely. No, it takes the pressure off Karen, and she was quite happy, to be honest. Started by Kevin.
Right, so we'll be back in Clover to draw another one here. She's got plenty of room. She's already got 2. I'd be very surprised if she didn't draw it. So she's already up 8-6. Looks pretty good. Is it going to rest on her ball? Yep. So that'll be 3.
It was like 6. I was 7 a bit earlier. I was like, let's see how we go. She goes, no, I'm tired.
Yep, so markers confirmed. 3 shots to Chloe Stewart. So first to hit double figures. Now leads by 5. Phil Brandon just commenting that green looks to be running about 16 seconds.
Ooh, Kels.
Wow. Sorry, lots happening on that far rink in that men's semi-final between Stephen Tong and Kane Nelson. There's now only 1 shot in it.
Very close. It's been a ripper of a game at the moment.
So those guys have already had a few close games on the way through. We saw Kane defeated Sean Baker by 1 shot, 21-20 in the last 16. Stephen Tong and Sean Ingham just played in the quarterfinal, and that was a close one. Stephen Tong saved game a couple of times, so
I think he got up about 4-5, to be honest.
Yep, so looks like their one's going to go to the wire.
Oh, by 1 shot. Oh, wow. 21-20. Tongi got up by Sean. Oh. Wow. Yeah, Sean did play very well. But Tongi just kept getting Sean off, really. Playing those absolute magnificent bowls when he needed to.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Looks like he's played 3 pretty good ones this end as well. But might have made a bit of a target for Kane. You can see left a screen there. All Tongi's bowls are all sort of roughly jack high.
Yep.
And Kane's got 2 at the back. I don't think he's up, is he? I don't know. He's only just up. Well, he's got the wrong side of that bowl. So after doing so well to claw his way back into this game, looks like Kane's probably going to drop a 4 here. Tongi's got 7 feet maybe to draw 4th shot.
Does not look pretty, we'll say that.
So again here back to the ladies final, and see Chloe's got 2 really good ones in there to start, which is what we've seen most ends.
Yeah, definitely. Her first one is always definitely roundabout, if not just behind. 3 nice draw bowls by Chloe.
Big shot here from Karen. She really needs to find some magic here.
Yeah.
3 down, and scoreboard's just starting to look a little scary.
Yep. She looks like she's having a bit of a go.
Is it going to hold? Oh, I think Chloe was holding her breath then.
Yes. I could only imagine.
Would have got the wrong side of the jack anyway. She probably still would have been 3 down, but anyway.
Yep.
It was a pretty good effort. I like the idea.
Yeah, definitely. Oh. Stephen Tong did draw another. 22-17.
Alright, so starting to get down to the
nitty gritty.
The men's semi-finals. Stephen Tong requires 3 more. And I reckon that would be to make his first state singles final. I'm gonna guess.
I'm gonna back you with that.
And Scotty De Jong requires 5 more. Leads by 7 over Kevin Anderson. Looks like Kevin's been playing pretty good these last few ends, but Scotty's just been doing enough to either keep him to ones or sneak a one himself.
Chloe looked like she went to go try all that, Jack. Just missed.
Has Karen changed her hand here?
She looks like she has. Yes, she has. I would have stuck with the same hand.
Oh, that might have helped.
Ooh. Very much.
Another good shot from Kevin Anderson. He's drawing a back toucher. From here, I'm thinking he's probably holding 2.
Got to be a crab behind him.
Does, yeah. A few of your Broadbeach club mates hanging around to cheer on Kevy.
Where were they this morning?
Okay, Nelson just had a run. Bowls have gone everywhere, but judging by the look on his face, I don't think he's got the result he wanted. He has got another bowl left, though. It's another 2 to Chloe. So extending the lead. 13-6. Some people don't like to get stuck on 13, so we'll see what happens here. See if Chloe's superstitious.
Definitely. Same with Kevin. Yes. I love a 13. 13 is my favourite number.
I once played with the lady that when we went away, she refused. She would not be in a room if the room number had anything to do with 13, like 113 or 13 or whatever. She wouldn't. No.
That's pretty crazy. But some people are very superstitious of it. Kane just drew the absolute bomb just then.
So lots of support for Kane. It is definitely great to see him doing so well.
Definitely.
Is he still I'm pretty sure he's still under 18. So I saw his name. I think he just got selected to skip for the Queensland under 18 side to take on New South Wales.
Yep, congratulations to him.
In July, I think, and whenever the next school holidays are. So yeah, great effort for a junior to be here in the state singles final and doing really well. He's picked up another shot that end, so he's only trailing by 4. The only problem is Tongi only needs 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, did his brother make the final last year? I think he did. I've got a feeling his older brother Jacob might have made the men's singles final last year.
Yeah, actually he did, because he was against Jay Dorr.
Yep. Come on, B, you should know. You're out on the green next to him. I've plucked that from nowhere. I didn't even play bowls at this stage.
You've done well. I've got an awful memory.
Actually, so do I. So I'm surprised I remember that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, pretty handy second shot there.
Definitely.
So again, Karen's first bowl sailed through, and it was a pretty good correction though. She's drawn second, but these long ends are definitely working out pretty well for Chloe. Since she's gone dish to dish, she's barely lost an end, I think.
Getting them definitely a lot closer than Karen.
Good shot there from Scotty De Jong, but I think he's only drawn second.
It's a bit of a hard one to see from here.
Alright, Karen, what's she done here? Oh, good shot though.
That was a brilliant shot.
Might be just the one down now. You can't quite see it, but she has got another bowl right down the back.
Yeah, just at the...
Yeah. Oh, here comes Kevy. Two.
What do you reckon Chloe's going to do here?
Well,
Try and trial
I
or
kind of like
herself,
I kind of
or-
like the forehand because if she's a bit wide, she can get off her own. Just needs to sit her bowl down, kind of fall in front of the jack.
Absolutely.
She'd be pretty unlucky to
exactly.
give it away. She just plays on the slightly wider side.
Exactly right.
In off her front one, change it up a bit. It's a nice weight.
Beautiful weight.
So you might have just caught there on the left of screen. Scotty De Jong trialled the jack for 2.
Kane got another one. 1922.
Alright, Karen. Let's to play a good one here. Not really sure how many. I mean, she could be 2 down, but she could have 2 seconds as well. It's a bit hard to tell.
Absolutely.
Anyway. So needs to give it a chance. Oh, it's not looking good. Alright, so it'll be another one to Chloe.
Yep.
Alright, so Bolivia's going to take off. Thanks for staying, Bolivia, and chatting to us about
thank you very much.
lots of different things.
Yeah, no, it's been magnificent.
Well
Thank
done
you.
on making the semi. And I'll see you very soon.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Wizza.
Hi, Kelsey.
How you going? You've been taking good photos out there?
Yeah, I've been a paparazzi. Having a go at the big lens, trying to get in nice and close.
I played well. I really did.
Beautiful day here, isn't it?
Oh,
Magic.
It's been great. So these games are starting to get interesting, particularly the men's semi-finals. Starting to get interesting. Tongi needs 3. Scotty De Jong needs 3.
It's a great shot by Scott on the last bowl of the last end, 2 down to 2 up. Big turnaround. Has stopped Kevy's momentum. Could have quite easily been 16-20 on that rink, on the Anderson De Jong rink.
Yeah, looks like Kevy's got another couple here, so he's definitely been playing a lot better the second half of the game. And Scotty's managed to, every time Kevin's sort of got a bit of a sniff, Scotty's done something with his last bowl. Chloe's just been too good on these long ends. But now, see, she's
Change of length.
gone pretty good on this short one as well. Yeah, Chloe's first couple of bowls have generally been in the area. And Karen's just been struggling for the weight a little bit. She's been playing good line, both sides of the green. But yeah, just struggling to put any real pressure on Chloe early on in the ends.
That bit of breeze has dropped right down now. There's not much at all at the moment, which is good.
Good start there from Karen. Bit unlucky. Needed to get just inside that. The game between Tongi and Kane's been pretty good. I've been looking over there. They've been having really close heads. Lots of sort of exciting shots. The jack's been bouncing out, and they've been drawing at the boundary peg and all sorts of things going on over there. So, yeah, been pretty good quality. And Tongi's just managed to keep his nose in front the whole game.
I think Chloe's just fallen out there. She would have been close to shot with that one, but she's fallen away. So measure between the back two. Noticed Tongi picked up a 4 there before, made a big difference when it was 17-18, took him to 22-17.
Yeah, Kane he probably won maybe 3 or 4 ends on the trot until that happened. Tongi's chasing this one, likes it. Wanted to touch on the jar, it was good enough for shot anyway.
I think Chloe be giving this one a little bit of a chance, turn her own, or sit Karen's bowl out there to the side. Could make 3 if she gets it right.
Don't know if she's got the weight.
She really needed to reach there, didn't she? She had a few sort of options for a reaching bowl. Opportunity for Karen to get there first, if she can promote her own or just sneak past. Notice the green's starting to finish off nice now, isn't it? It's got that little bit extra run on it than what it did earlier.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks like a good pace to be able to play those nice kind of reaching shots. It looks like they're just turning in nice and...
Not a cloud in the sky, hardly a breath of wind at the moment. Perfect for bowls. Nice pace green. Just what you want for the state singles finals.
Yeah. You had some bad weather for a couple of the early finals though, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just
a couple of showery days, but not too heavy, so that was... We could still get the games through. Notice Stephen Tong's now gone to 24. 24-19, needs one more to peg out. First one to 25. Today we've seen Sean Ingham against Stephen Tong get stuck on one more to go out earlier when he was 20, needing 21. So you just never know, do you?
Oh, he's got no balls on the pitch.
Scott de Jong's just had a run with his third bowl, taking his first 2 shots off the rink. He doesn't have a bowl on the green at the moment after 3 bowls. Kevin Anderson holding 3 within 14 inches.
Be interesting to see if that jack's angled to go out of bounds or whether it would stay in.
Well, Karen looks like she's pushed this a bit wide again. The weight looks pretty good. Nice weight. Yeah, one to Karen. I think she's probably playing a little bit safe there, I suppose, but had very good weight. Goes to 7-14.
She's off 6. She was definitely not liking the number 6. She got stuck there for a while, so...
Was that end a little bit shorter than what Chloe had been playing?
I've got a feeling Chloe maybe put the jack in the ditch. Someone might be able to tell us. I was trying to catch what was going on the other green because Chloe's been playing long. So I'm guessing because it was really short, I don't think Chloe would have dropped it that short. I think she must have put it in the ditch and then Karen got the opportunity to roll her length. And that's sort of what she's been playing. Would have liked to see Karen maybe bring the mat right up or maybe not right up, knowing Chloe can play so aggressively, but...
she's left the mat in the same position.
The couple of times when she has, obviously she's scored 7 shots, so every time she's kind of scored, she's played mat back and short, and then she doesn't ever win 2 ends in a row. Maybe just an option there just to change something a little bit more.
This is probably about 1.5 meters shorter than the last end, you think? A couple of metres shorter?
Yeah. So it looks like Kane Nelson's holding 1.
Right on the jack as well.
Yeah, I think Tongi's got it surrounded though.
Scott de Jong 4 downs, gone through a gap about a bowl and a half big, wide. So it's 4 shots to Kevin Anderson, gets him right back into the game. So he's now 19, Scott de Jong 22. Good start there from Chloe. Very good weight. Oh, a great shot there.
Oh, shot, Tongy.
Stephen Tong. Got the bowl clean, no jack movement. Kane Nelson, 1 bowl to go. Down game. How far has he got to draw, you think, Kelsey?
Oh. I reckon, oh gosh, not much. 6 or 7 inches maybe. I think he'll have to try and reach and kind of sit on something or trail the jack. I don't think he'll be dead drawing it. Yeah, he's reaching. Not sitting stay weight, he's just going for it. No, so he's crashed into the front one. Oh, Stephen Tong.
First one through to the final. Big turnaround after being, I think it was either 19 or 20 to 12 down in the quarterfinal. Got up to win over Sean Ingham.
Yeah, I tuned in and it was 12. It was 12-19. And then even in this game, he was down 6-1
Great shot there from Karen.
when we
Just
started
got
the
a little
women's
glide,
final.
but she was in the area. She's got the shot. Thank you to Rayleigh Long, who also mentioned that Chloe did put the jack in the ditch earlier when we were watching the men's game.
Yeah, we got distracted.
Thanks, Rayleigh.
I feel like things are definitely starting to change a little bit in this other men's semi-final. I keep saying it, but Kevin's been playing a lot better second half of the game, and it's just been a shot here or there that Scotty's been able to just sort of hang in there.
Chloe in the run. Not far away, but no joys. 1 bowl each left this end. So we look at the replay. Oh, nearly got the edge of the jack.
Oh.
Well, brother.
I think Kevin Anderson holding 3 shots on the men's ring. Scotty de Jong's got 2 bowls left to play.
All right, Karen going to play the forehand.
Great shot from Scotty de Jong, trail the jack. Maybe close for shot now, but he's definitely dropped it. Made it better than 3 down.
So Karen's opted to go to the back. I don't really know that she needed to do that. There's probably more chance. Her bowl's a little bit behind the jack, so there's probably more chance of it the jack kind of hitting her bowl and killing or sort of peeling out to the side.
She's already got best back as
well. She already had best back, yeah.
Yeah, Chloe's got to be a bit careful though. It's really changed. It's made her sort of be a bit wary what she plays now. If she gets half bowl, half jack, she could go 3 down. Kevin Anderson's drawn a toucher in reply to Scott de Jong's toucher. Made at least 1, maybe 2. She's using arriving weight now, Chloe Stewart.
Alright, so 1 shot there to Karen. Now 8-14. I think that's probably the only. I think earlier on in the game she won 2 ends in a row, so that's been the first time in a while she's won back-to-back ends.
Near miss from Scotty de Jong with his last bowl. At least 1 to Kevin Anderson. Yep. 1 shot the mark is called, so 20 shots to Kevin Anderson, 22 Scott De Jong. First one to 25. The men's semi-final. We'll be playing the men's final following this ladies' final. We'll have the men's final. Scott De Jong and Kevin Anderson just finishing off the men's semi-final. We've already got Stephen Tong through to the final, waiting to see who he plays.
So what time do you reckon that'll roughly be for anyone?
They'll have a break for lunch.
Got to give them got to wait for the ladies.
Yeah.
So they're only, it might be a couple of hours off really. So it's interesting for Tongy now. He's got to sit off for a few hours.
Yeah, that's right. They'll have a longer break. Although this other men's semi could be over pretty quick.
Yeah, could be over pretty quick, or could have another 6 or 7 ends left in it.
Karen's weight wasn't too bad. She can just correct a line. Yeah, good shot. The touch probably just put her under the jack, otherwise she probably would have been nearly a front hopper.
Chloe needed a little feather off that bowl as well.
Just gave it a little bit of a chance, didn't she? Sit or trial. Finished in a good spot for her next one, though. Kevin Anderson's just drawn a back toucher pretty much and holding 3 shots. Scotty De Jong, 2 bowls to come. Great shot from Karen Goldsworthy. Made it a lot harder for Chloe now. What do you think she'll play?
Looks like there might be a few more options on the forehand if she's a little bit wide. Looks like Karen's second shot is actually shorter than the shot bowl. She might... Oh, sticking to the backhand.
We'll try and get another one in there. Get the second shot or fatten it up a little bit.
Yeah, fatten it up would be good. She's got the backward in for her last one.
Weight was jack high, Nelly. Pretty close. Interesting what Karen does now, whether she tries to put the pressure on, put another one in there, or go back. She wouldn't really want to set up a target though, which there's a bit of a gap there at the moment. She wouldn't want to fill that in.
Well, Kevin Anderson might be holding 4 here. And they're pretty much all on the line. No real target for Scotty De Jong to have a crack at.
Well, Karen's got the best back out of that, even though it's a little bit wider. It is the backest bowl.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. And like you said, you didn't really want to fatten it up, stick 3 bowls there for Chloe to smash out, which is exactly what she would have done. She's got a really good runner on her.
She'll put her in 2 minds now to what she wants to play. I think she'll just give it a chance down the backhand, you think, try and sit the bowl.
Yeah, sit and stay. If she can get it onto the jack.
Just wait enough to get it back to her.
It's not going to be any worse.
Her bowl waiting.
Wow, I think we could have a new leader here in the other men's singles semi-final. Kevin Anderson might have been just tricking though.
Yeah,
the first 10 or so ends.
Scotty was trying to draw to reduce and he's gone about 7 foot through. So big change in momentum now. New leader.
Yeah, 4 shots. Oh, pretty good shot there from Chloe. She's reduced the count. Just the 1 down now.
Yeah, 1s aren't too bad when you've got a handy lead. But now 3 ends in a row to Karen now.
Yeah, she's going good. She's definitely found a bit more rhythm with her weight. She's sort of getting more bowls in the area to work with.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin Anderson's changed the length of the last few ends to short length jacks. Have worked good for him, but call for an umpire here, close to the minimum length jack.
So we've got a couple of...
First time Kevin Anderson's been in front all game, I think. He only needs one more to go out. So I think the jack will be in. Looks like it's in from here, but we'll wait and see for the umpire's call.
Yeah, good metre and a half, I think. So we've got a couple hundred people watching, so make sure you share the feed with your friends, you know, especially your non-bowling friends. We want them to check out what this bowls thing's all about. Get them down to the local club and have a game. I noticed Tweed Heads had a really good idea. They were doing like a bring a friend day, like a pairs tournament, so a non-bowler had to play with a bowler, which is a great concept.
Great concept, yeah. They get enjoy the game with your friends, expose them to the game. Any sort of days like that, it's great to get new people down and have a try of our great game. Notice Karen, sorry.
I was going to say, I saw some barefoot bowlers on the other green earlier. Sundays are a pretty good day for barefoot bowls here at Club Helensvale, but no, you can head down to Broadbeach on a Sunday. There's always a lot of barefoot bowlers.
Notice Karen's throwing this length a bit shorter, and she's just throwing herself off a little bit shorter than the previous couple of ends. So where her bowls are is probably similar to where the jack was the last couple of ends. Do you think?
Yeah, she's had a tendency all game to, definitely with her first bowl, to sort of, you know, be a good 6 or 7 feet through. So it's no disaster being back there, but it starts to get a little bit scary if, like this end, when you've put 2 back there and Chloe's got 2 inside yours.
Still is room though. Needs to take advantage of this bowl. It's better, but I don't think it's quite enough for shot. Looks like Chloe may still hold one. Can you see what's happening on the men's rink?
Well, the marker looks like she's thinking about doing something with the paddles. I know, just judging by Scotty's reaction when his third bowl, he sort of gave it a chance. He sailed through and his head kind of went down. I'm thinking he might be down game.
Kevin just playing his last bowl. A little bit short. I'm not sure whether he was trying to block something off or whether he was actually trying to draw another one into the head. Karen's last opportunity here to draw a shot. Oh, it's just a touch quick. I'd say Chloe would have shot, but may not be that much in it. A bit hard to tell from here. Scott De Jong on the mat with his last bowl. Looks a little quick. Ooh. Looks like one shot to Kevin Anderson. Big comeback there from Kev. Yep. We'll shake hands. Kevin Anderson through to the final against Stephen Tong. Following our ladies' women's singles final here currently in play.
Wow, hard to believe. You see it happen a lot, but wow, he was almost dead and buried in that game, and he's come back and won. And he's not only just, you know, he's won by 3 in the end.
There's a few challenges getting bantered around here with Kevin's supporters, saying if he could get up and win, they were going to do a few things. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what their supporters are up to now after that.
Might be a wild night at Broadbeach if he gets up.
That was one to Chloe. Takes her to 15-9. First end she's won for a few ends, so she'll be looking to get back-to-back ends now. Change the length up a little bit longer.
I've got to 2,000 burpees, bro. You want to go double or nothing for the final?
It's not full length, but it's a longish sort of 3/4 length end. That's probably a couple of metres up from the tee.
Well, it was a pretty good state championships for Scotty de Jong. Couple of state titles and good appearance here in the singles, semi-finalist. And
yeah, he just sort of, I think it was probably more Kevin starting to play better than Scotty actually going off. Kevin was beating him to the jack, and Scott went through a couple of holes and just missed a couple of times. And yeah, full credit to both players. They both played very well. Good fight from Kev.
So a couple of loose starters here from the girls. Looking at making a bit of an improvement. That's always a good feeling though if you do have a bit of an off first one that your opponent does the same thing. You're like, all right, we'll start again. We'll play 3-bowl singles this end.
Yeah. If they nail it, it makes you feel a bit worse, doesn't it, if you've had a bad one? But better one from Chloe, but still at least about 2.5 feet to draw the shot.
So what's the next thing on the agenda for Queenslanders, Wizzo? Have we got like Champion of Champions or something like that coming up? What's the next thing on the...
Well, our next event for Bowls Queensland is the Queensland versus New South Wales Under-18 Test Series. It's playing, I think it's the first weekend, or the first Sunday in July. It'll be played down at Cabramatta Bowling Club. So, yeah, it's always a great battle between Queensland and New South Wales, whether it's in Under-18s or Open category or football. Always a good rivalry. So
yeah, well, that'll be on next week, is that? What are we now?
State of Origin, coming up soon. But yeah, we've got a lot of good bowls happening on the Gold Coast with the Australian Open and then the Asia Pacific Games coming up. So plenty of people converging on the Gold Coast in the next couple of weeks.
How do all the clubs go? Like, it's awesome that you have all these events. Down here on the Gold Coast, it's become like a real sort of bowling mecca. Since the Australian Open's moved and having the Commonwealth Games and Asia Pacifics, and there'll be Trans-Tasmans and multi-nations. How do the clubs go, like, with volunteers? Like, obviously, Broadbeach, Helensville and Musgrave Hill are probably like the three main clubs down here on the Gold Coast that seem to get most of the events. They tend to get most of the international events in particular. They must have a crazy good workforce, a heap of volunteers that get them through those. Yeah, it's full credit to all the volunteers that they help, create these events to work. Really, it's it's a big job for each club, and the mixture with their paid staff, both with the state bodies, the national bodies, and also the clubs, but also the volunteers throughout all the different bodies and also the clubs. It's without that volunteers, they just wouldn't sort of run as smoothly as they do. So it makes a big difference. It's a great shot there from Karen with a third bowl. Just crashed with the last, so I think it's one shot to Karen. Brings her into double figures, 10-15. The Australian Open alone, look at how many markers are required in that first weekend, in particular with the men's singles. There's got to be at least 10 clubs with greens just absolutely chockers with men's singles, so a lot of markers required. But it's pretty cool though. You could mark the Australian Open and who knows, you might be marking Aaron Sheriff or Ellie Forsyth or
Yeah,
some
it's
of our
probably
girls on later on in the week.
it's probably the best place to watch, really. When you're watching a quality game,
Right
you're out there
there.
on the green, you're in amongst it. And full credit to all the volunteers helping out, whether it be marking, umpiring, organising different things around the clubs, the surrounds, or even just cleaning up around the place. It all helps. Good weight there from Karen, but just missed the line a touch. She's opted to go with a longer length too now. But this end, she's taken the mat back about a metre. No, on the tee. Matt's on the tee and probably about 2 metres short of full length.
Good start there from Chloe. I think it's a good decision for Karen though. Just those short ends, she just hasn't been able to nail it. In particular, we've seen a few ends now where first bowls sort of sailed through on those short ends. So I think it's a good decision just to try something a little bit different.
Karen's won a couple of state championships in the fours with the Millerick girls. So she knows what it's like to win a couple of state championships.
It is different when you're out there by yourself though, isn't it, Wizard?
Yeah, it is different. But a lot different game. A lot more mentally challenging, the singles, concentrating for a long period of time.
Trying to think if Chloe won a state singles when she was in Victoria.
Yeah, I think
She
she's
has.
definitely won singles down there. I'm not sure if it was champion of champions or state singles, but she has gone well in singles events in Victoria. Is she currently ranked number 1 in Australia or number 2?
Ooh, good question.
She's in the top 2 anyway.
Look, if she isn't one, she's definitely 2, and she would have been 1 last month. It's between sort of her and Christina Christic from WA.
Good weighted bowl there from Karen. She just gave it a little chance. It wasn't far away. Said the bowl or trail of Jack. I think Chloe will be looking to try and count, but also cover a little bit just past the Jack here. Just past that Jack high bowl. By a foot or 18 inches. A couple of feet. She's definitely split them up. Taken away the danger of dropping a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, good shot there.
She wasn't far away with the third bowl.
Oh, is she going to get down?
Another good attempt. Not far away with a few of those. Opportunity for Chloe to make it a double. Just like to thank the City of Gold Coast for sponsoring this event along with Club Helensvale to help bring the live streaming to you throughout the last couple of weeks for the championships. Thank them for their support. They've always been good supporters of bowls, both Club Helensvale and the Gold Coast City Council, attracting a lot of events to the Gold Coast. I know they're keen, you mentioned all the events earlier, Kelsey, on the Gold Coast. They're keen to keep that legacy going after the Commonwealth Games at Broadbeach, at the main venue for the Commonwealth Games, keeping that active with international events and national state events, along with all the other clubs around the Gold Coast as well.
It's always it's always tough after a Commonwealth Games. Like you think about the last, few Commonwealth Games. You think about what legacy it's left for different sports or for the city itself. Like you look at Delhi in particular. The legacy that's probably left there is that they've got good quality international players now. I mean, prior to that Commonwealth Games, India didn't even have a team. They never even probably heard of bowls. And now, like at the Asia Pacific Games, we'll play against India, and they've qualified for World Championships over the years. And then, so it's different. Each sort of Commonwealth Games, it's probably left a different kind of legacy for bowls.
Yeah, it's even I think Malaysia Malaysia were similar to when they had the Com Games in Kuala Lumpur years ago. I think that they were a similar boat.
Yeah.
Not sure whether they had any bowls teams prior to that. And now look where they are today in the international game. They're always a force wherever they play. So yeah.
So you have to look at it differently. Like for the Gold Coast, we've got established greens. Best probably greens in the world here on the Gold Coast. Really, we're pretty lucky to what we've got. So when you're trying to look at what legacy the Commonwealth Games and all that money that got invested into the Commonwealth Games, what legacy has been left. And I suppose that you look at the clubs. Broadbeach looks fantastic. We've got all new shade cloths and just things like that, and just having these events coming back to the Gold Coast time and time again. And it's all just about, I suppose, for bowlers, when they think of the Gold Coast, they think of bowls, they think of coming to the Gold Coast, and everyone wants to come and play on the Gold Coast and wants to come and check out Broadbeach. And
it's a good shot there from Karen. Lovely line. Just sneaking in enough to get the shot. Chloe just looking out to the side, that she can't see the jack from the mat, so just having a little peek out to the side to see where the jack is. I noticed Rob Perella there watching up your top right of screen behind Chloe Stewart there and his wife Joan. Commonwealth singles gold medalist Robbie Perella, a bit of a legend of our game. Another good shot from Karen. Sneaks in for two. A little bit of a target. It'll be interesting what Chloe plays here, whether she tries to open it up, what sort of weight she uses. Going to the forehand.
She can really use any weight she likes.
Well, she's not using a lot of weight.
Trying to get something onto the jack. Oh, I like that.
That was about the only result she could have got with that weight, really. If she had hit either of Karen's bowls, they weren't really going to move too far.
Yeah, the jack wasn't going to go far enough, was it?
So I'm not sure. Do you think she was trying to roll that bowl or trying to open it up?
I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's hard to... wondering whether she actually did mean to play a little bit more weight, or... The other thing is she didn't really get a chance to have a look at it. She may not have realised that she needed more weight to actually get the jack to move. The bowls might have looked like they were really, right on the jack.
Yeah. Karen probably needed to have a look at that one too, because it's probably a good shot there on the forehand to play through her own to pop Chloe out. But, she opted to stay with the backhand, but really needed to reach, didn't she? Even with the backhand, she needed to arrive onto a front bowl, or even if she passed and finished in a good spot. Dropping short hasn't given her a lot of sort of opportunity to have a position bowl, so not an easy one for Chloe too, because she sort of needs to get another bowl in the head in case hers gets popped out, but she doesn't really want to give it away herself by promoting that short bowl. Needs to try and just draw around it. So would you be playing the forehand now onto her own bowl, Kelsey?
Oh gosh, there's so much that could go wrong for her now. I think it's worth the risk. It definitely, Chloe's bowl's definitely going to go out clean without the jack. The only danger is if she gets the one that's on the centre line through the jack and it goes in the ditch, or it goes sort of the wrong way and she ends up 3 or 4 down.
And she's opting for the backhand.
I think the backhand's a bit more of a conservative kind of shot, just kind of reach up through hers and just get it onto the jack.
She could even get to the jack around her own.
Good
Good
shot. Well done.
Perfect result. 3 shots. It's always going to be the maximum result if she got onto that bowl, but she had opportunities onto the other front bowl or trailer jack to get 1. 4-shot turnaround. Big change up.
Yeah, this keeps things interesting.
Yeah, takes it to 13-17 now. 4 shots behind. First one to score 25 here today in the women's state singles final. Brought to you by the City of Gold Coast Council and also Club Helensvale. I'd also like to thank the Gold Coast media team for bringing this coverage to us again. Once again, they've been worked tirelessly for all finals throughout this championships, and we thank them very much for bringing the streaming to everyone around the world, and thank everyone for coming in, tuning in and watching.
Yeah, it's a great setup they've got here. All the cameras and screens and umbrellas. Done a great job.
Karen just drifting through with that first one again.
Philip was just asking, is there an approximate time for the men's final to start? I suppose the second semi-final only finished, 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, they'll be ready to go, I think, straight after this game finishes. So
yeah, so it's really just a matter of whenever this... Yeah.
We'll try and have as quick a changeover as we can in between this game and the next. Get the guys out fairly quickly. So it'll just depend on how long this game takes now, won't it? So just repeating, the men's final will be between Kevin Anderson, who won the semi-final over Scott de Jong. Kevin Anderson will be playing Stephen Tong, who defeated one of the Queensland under-18 representatives, Kane Nelson, in the other semi-final. So it should be exciting men's final coming up.
Stephen Tong trying to equal Scotty. Scotty de Jong won the fours and triples. Tongy was in the fours with him, so if he could win the singles, he'll...
2 titles each.
2 titles each, yeah. There's been some good performances. I don't know, earlier on in the championships, we saw Eric Johannes do really well in the mixed pairs, and then the men's triples.
Then won the triples, yeah. Heather Hodgson's had been involved in a few finals as well, so
so she done really well. So that was
pairs, mixed pairs, single semi-final.
Semi-final, yeah.
Chloe, good shot there from Chloe. He's probably going to force Karen to change hands now. She played 3 bowls on the forehand. She'll probably be looking to change now to draw the shot on the backhand. Looks like 2, maybe 3 to Chloe. So maybe only 2. Both players got 1 bowl remaining. Karen Goldsworthy using aero bowls and Chloe Stewart's using Henselite XG.
So down on the backhand.
Push it a little bit wide, I think, has she? Probably not so much wide, just a bit heavy, but not sure whether she was trying to draw the shot or little sit or trail there.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you're 2 down, you don't want to be short, but there was also nothing really for her to sit on, so needed to try and just draw as close as she can.
Free hit here for Chloe Stewart. If she can draw another one, take her score to 20. Still a little bit of room there.
Chloe has done really well with these. her fourth bowl, when she's holding a couple and she's got a bit of room, she's always made it count, so This one looks like it's got all right weight. Is it going to get back?
Maybe.
It'll be close.
Always important, like you say, that last bowl when you've got a free hit and you've got a bit of room. Sometimes you see people relax and don't really take advantage of it, so it can be so important to pick up those little sort of 1 or 2 extras throughout the way. Along the way can make a big difference at the end.
Either relax or just jump on the mat and sort of think, oh, this is easy, I've already drawn 2, and kind of rush.
2 shots. It takes Chloe Stewart to 19-13. First one to score 25.
Alright, so Chloe opting for a short end here. And we talked about how the long ends really helped her kind of get away from Karen. Sort of in that, when Chloe sort of started to hit double figures, it was mostly because she scored a few ends on the trot with this ditch to ditch, but now opted for short. I think she's realised that Karen's not really liking these short ones. She's sort of hasn't been able to nail it with the first couple of bowls and went away from that length herself.
Yeah, it's funny how it can change at different times of the game, different lengths, throwing different people off or being advantage to certain players. It's enough for shot, there's still a little bit of room.
It's worked out very nice that we can have the women's final and then follow up by the men. It's always hard when they play at the same time and you've got to try and cover both, and so it's nice for the viewers. They get to watch the whole women's singles final, and then again, and however long it takes, an hour or so, the men's final.
The men just enjoying a bite to eat for lunch at the moment.
Oh, who's got the remote? You're not allowed the remote at home, are you? Don't get much practice with it.
Good attempt there from Karen. She's just gone through a little bit, but wasn't far out. But I think looking from the side here, Chloe Stewart's jack high bowl looks the shot. And that's just come in to make it 2. So I know it's a little bit deceiving from the camera angle, but the bowl either side of Chloe Stewart's would be holding 2 shots there, about probably 4 or 5 inches closer than the back ones. Maybe more. Oh, great shot there from Karen. Made the shot. 1 bowl left from Chloe Stewart.
Not much on here other than just a confident little draw. Just try and drill a shot, little touch up.
Touch would be a bonus. She's had very good weight with the last 2 bowls. It's a matter of getting that line. Trying hard. Just snuck through a little bit, I think. Still 1 to Karen. The markers indicated 1 to Karen. Now she's got a free hit, Kelsey.
Yeah. Nothing for narrow here. Just needs to
Doesn't want any jack movement.
really concentrate on that line.
Coming back. The line was pretty good. It's a little bit quick. But 1 more on the board. Takes her to 14-19. Interesting what length she goes with now. And the mat placement, because the mat's been similar the whole game, hasn't it? They're just different varying lengths of the jack.
Yeah, just hovering around the tee.
So the mat's back on the back of the tee. So that was one thing that worked for Kevin Anderson. He took the mat up in the men's semi-final, took the mat up and played short to the ditch and picked up a 4. And then he was playing the other direction, mat back and short, worked for him as well. So, change of length him and moving the mat around definitely worked for Kevin, helping get back into the game in his men's semi-final. Great start there from Karen. Want to touch her? Made Chloe change hands. She has been playing the forehand going in this direction.
It's pretty good. Oh, only just missed that jack. Pretty good opener though, and your opposition's nailed their first one. The last thing you want to do is drop your first one short, so gave it a little chance to sit the bowl or try the jack.
I thought Karen may have even opted to change there to try and trail it around the corner herself, take it away from Chloe. She's dropped short and narrow. It's probably not in Chloe's row. It's given her probably more of a bit of a guide than anything.
Oh, is she going to use it? Oh,
Same weighted bowl. I think she was chasing Kel, so that
it must look really good from the mat.
I was interested to think whether she was actually going to try and draw that one or keep trying to trail it, but I suppose she was probably still only one down, so.
Yeah, that's right. If she's only one down, she may as well have another go.
I think she'll go again, same weight.
Similar weight, yeah. If she's 2 down, you probably need to still give it a little bit of a chance, but drop a meter and make sure if you miss, you're definitely getting second.
She's after watching it.
Is it going to hold enough? Oh, just the other side of it now.
Same weight again. Well, Karen really needs to make this 2 here, doesn't she, now? To put the pressure on Chloe. Be a good shot just covering those bowls and also scoring. Would be the perfect bowl, which she's done. That's perfect place. Great shot. She's even rocked that back a little bit. May have even been enough to bring her front one in.
Yeah, it does actually look like 3 from here.
So that'll, you'd think Chloe would be back on the draw here, trying to at least cut it down, or can still draw the shot. Full draw. She's watching it intently. Maybe enough for second shot. She's overcorrected too much there. Needed to drop some, but dropped a bit too much to reduce the count, but not enough for shot. So one more to Karen. Goldsworthy takes her to 15-19.
Afternoon, Kels. How you going?
I'm going good. How
That's
are
the
you?
way. What a great game of bowls we've got going out here, eh?
Yeah, you've been watching from the back stalls?
Certainly have been. It's been some of the shots they've been playing. It's absolutely typical of a final, isn't it? There's 4 shots in it, nice and close. So coming down to the business end now. Who's your tip?
Oh, I still got to stick with Chloe.
Think the experience will show through?
Yeah, it's probably a few reasons. 4 shots in front, it's always a good thing, you know.
That's for sure.
It's always harder to chase. Experience, just the good form she's been in lately.
She has been playing exceptionally good bowls, hasn't she? But it's just really funny. Like, I mean, the green's running very, very freely out here today. And it is a little bit warmish and quite warm for this time of the year in actual fact. But I think the players have just... I think Chloe, just the last couple of ends, just lacking a little bit of concentration or something. She just seems to be having a little bit of trouble with her weight. So I'm sure we'll soon pick it back up again, as you can do in the middle of the game sometimes. But,
it can be quite frustrating in singles. Like, you're out there by yourself, and you know, Chloe has been playing well, and you know, could easily, a couple of balls here or there could easily be up by more.
Yes, that's it.
Only closer to sort of pegging out, and she's probably looking at the scoreboard thinking, I've still got 6 shots to get, and Karen keeps at her.
Oh, beautiful there, beautiful ball there. Oh, Kelsey by Chloe, absolutely beautiful ball. Whoops. As our technical advisor's just playing with his controls, having a bit of got a few problems down there with the camera, so he's just trying to rectify it for you, ladies and gentlemen. Got this very well pointed.
Yeah, the way she was looking at it, I thought she must have had it. Only just missed.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chloe she sort of would get away, 6, 7, 8 shots in front, and then Karen would win a few ends, and she's just hanging in there, but she's not quite. Karen at the moment is not quite doing enough.
Yeah, you're true.
To say that she's a chance of coming back and winning this game. She just a little bit inconsistent with a couple of shots here and there.
Ever so true, Kelsey. This one here looks to be pretty well pointed too by Chloe. Doesn't want to open it up. Whoop, no, stuck with it. Is it? Yep, 2 shots there. 2 good shots there too, Kels.
Yeah,
interesting to see what shot she plays here, what type of weight she's playing with it.
Yeah, she's got to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to back edge the shot bowl, move the jack even more. That'll give Chloe 3 and a lot of room to draw a 4th.
That's for sure. I think she's a bit wide with this one, I think.
Oh, she's going to get off it. Wow.
Oh, gee whiz, that came back a long way from there.
I've noticed that it does look like her bowls turn a little bit more than Chloe's. So a couple of times I've sort of given up on them. I think, oh no, that's not going to get back. And they really swing hard at the end.
Well, I thought that was too wide.
That was another example of it. Yeah,
it just came back.
That side of the green does turn a bit more, but and Chloe's going to declare the head, so she's holding 1.
Yeah. One's sweet this time of the game, though. At times, girls, aren't they? You know what I mean? Sometimes players you see get a little bit too greedy every now and again, but no. A bit of experience there, I think, by Chloe.
So really important for Karen over these next few ends. She's just got to try and put some pressure on Chloe, and it's just not going to be enough against someone like Chloe to just get 1 or 2 bowls roundabout. Yeah. You've got to be drawing front touches and backing it up with 2 kind of good bowls in the area.
Ever so true. And it's the business end of the game, ladies and gentlemen, and this is where, as they always say, Kelsey, this is where the cream normally rises to the top, isn't it? The old saying around the bowling fraternity, that's for sure. But once again too, Karen, I know she's had success at state 4s levels and been a great player over the years, but what a wonderful achievement for her this year to not only win the 4s but to make the final of the state singles. It's a wonderful achievement. Yeah,
we were just looking at some of the names Believer and I were going through earlier on who she's beat to get here. So she beat Heather in the semi-final, and Heather's been having a fantastic state carnival.
That's for sure.
Emma Spicer. Yeah. So an Australian Open winner, a state representative, and a very good singles player in her own right.
Yeah, she's actually beaten some very good players on the way through, that's for sure. And I heard her talking this morning when she was saying that, I think she said at Broadbeach, she finished a beautiful bowl there, just didn't stick with it. She was saying that no game was easy. Every game was a really, really hard game. She said, like previous years, you may get one easy game early in the round. She was saying, though, Kels, that this year it was tough from the opening whistle. As we've got two girls here setting up a nice little head. At the moment it's possibly, well, only two bowls, the third bowl coming down now. You'd say it's advantage to Chloe. Just a little bit underdone with weight there. Once again, though, the grass line's absolutely spot on there, Kelsey. As you'd expect from these experienced players, that's for sure.
Ron Lewis is asking what the prize money is. It'd be thousands, wouldn't it?
Good question, Ron. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Probably couldn't tell you that.
It's around about $1,500 or something, if I remember correctly, to the winners, and I think it was $1,000 or $900 to the runners-up. Something around about those lines. I have seen it written down, Ron, but I just can't remember off the top of my head, mate.
I've got no idea, but what I can tell you is the winner would go on and represent Queensland at the Australian Championships at Merimbula at the end of the year.
Yes. No, that's true, that, Kelson. We do help them with their travel down there and that too.
Yeah. Tricky place to get to, Merimbula.
Yes, that's for sure. One place I've never been to, but it looks absolutely wonderful on TV, though.
It is great. It's a great spot, and that club is fantastic, and they do a really good job hosting those Australian Championships.
Yes, no, that's for sure. Oh, big bowl there by Chloe.
Great shot from Chloe.
That's for sure.
Oh, it's going to fall. Oh.
Still got it. Yeah.
Probably actually better that it fell. It might have just tucked the jack away a little bit more.
Tucked it away slightly, that's for sure. We have increased the prize money in all of our championships this year, as you're fully aware, Kel. So there's reasonable dollars on order, and also the winners. Also, as I said, we also help them to get to their next destination. Make sure that they're not out of pocket. I was right, 1,500 to the winner. There we are, Ron. No idea at all, Christine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the singles gets $1,500 and the runner-up gets $1,000. So it's pretty reasonable prize money. And as I said, the winner also gets helped for their next trip down to Merimbula. We help all of our players get down there. Chloe's had a good look at the head here, Kel, so do you think she may try and sit that bowl out, or do you think she just try and draw another one?
Yeah, I don't think there's any great danger trying to sit it for three. Even if she is narrow and crashes into Karen's front one, it's only going to promote her own bowl.
Yeah, definitely got a few options on that hand, hasn't she? Just a tad wide. Played it with good weight too, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
It was ideal. Ideal weight, so...
There's nothing past the jack, so she didn't have to be too picky about what weight she played.
Played there, no, that's for sure. Well, it's a bit unlucky there, but just a little bit underdone grass line, and that should be 2 to Chloe, so... Amazing how a head can change around. Yeah. Quite simple. I hope everybody's enjoying the game out there, ladies and gentlemen. And after this one here, we'll be bringing you the men's final. As you're fully aware, it's between Kevin Anderson from Broadbeach Bowls Club and Stephen Tong from the Pine Rivers Club. So they've had some great games to get where they are too, Chloe. So that should be a fantastic game also. So... we have Chloe stretching this out a little bit if the kiddie stops, which it should do, yeah. So.
Yeah, she's been the last 4 or 5 ends, she has been mixing the lengths up a little bit. She opted for a short one going this way a few ends back, and now she's gone back to the old faithful ditch.
Yes. When in doubt, lengthen it out. That's ever so true. But, a lot of the players use that tactic, don't they, Kelsey? Particularly if someone has a slight fall or something in their delivery, T to T really sorts it out for them, doesn't it? Just bringing the camera down a little bit here.
Yeah, I always like to go ditch to ditch, or if I'm playing against someone that has a bit of a wobble in their delivery, and I don't mind going short. So I find if they sort of wobble it, they'll often miss their line wide, and then if they try and correct it and get it away smooth, they'll miss narrow.
That's ever so true. Yes, no, tactics are everything over, depending on what length you play, aren't they? Working out your opponent early and see what they play. So we can see there, Karen just holding one there by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's not the greatest of openers, but at this point, you take anything, you just beat your opponent. That's all you got to do. Chloe only needs 3 to win this title.
We close it out now, that's for sure. Very good bowl there by Chloe too. Just in front of the kitty, ladies and gentlemen, probably just about 3 inches in front, so 4 inches in front. So got to have to be a very good bowl to beat that one on the draw. So she can afford to reach it. Yeah, she's playing the backhand also, which is advisable. Like normally you'd say that's too wide, really, Kels, but then she said that bowls they do come back a hell of a long way. That's for sure. So 2 bowls played. Kelsey again playing the backhand once again, ladies and gentlemen. She got plenty of room there to draw another one, so her weight's been very good most of the game, Kels. So.
Yeah, the way this end is has started, there's a big chance this could be the last end of the game.
Well,
especially now, right in front of the jack. That's going to look terrible from the mat.
Absolutely, yes. She's got to be careful what shot she plays, because once again she's got nothing behind her. She's got nothing around, just in front. There's nothing just in front.
3 there.
No. She's playing a forehand here, so she's obviously trying to play onto one of those front bowls, Kels, or maybe come through.
Yeah, wow, she gets off it. Oh.
How easy was that, eh? Yes. Yeah.
Chloe would be saying under her breath, "Oh gosh, and you're clapping that ball."
You're clapping that ball. Ever so true.
That was very fortunate. In saying that, I think I did like the weight she played, though. I just definitely needed to make sure she was up there, and probably if she had have pumped the closest one.
Yes.
That might have been a bit more, a little less fortunate, a bit more what she was probably playing for. But
I'd say that's what she's after. But Chloe's still got a reasonable shot on here, just depending on where that bowl's situated with the kitty, really. If she hits that right, if it doesn't touch the kitty, she'll still be holding 2, possibly, probably 2, I'd say, from here. But she may stay for 3, so depending on what weight she plays. So then again, if it flicks the kitty, she's still got the best backward anyway, Chloe, so she's got everything to gain by it. And her bowls don't come back that far.
You can see they don't have that sharp bend like Karen's.
Yeah, no, it was a great shot too. Sue McKenzie, good to see you out of bed, Susie. Lovely afternoon for it. I tell you what, be pretty hard to make 2 out of that one, I think, Kels.
I think that if she does happen to make a little bit of contact, I think the ball's only going to go onto the jack. So as long as she's
reasonably weighted,
probably no more than a couple of feet heavy, 2-3 feet heavy.
Yeah, weight control is going to be everything with this shot.
Because she could just get a little feather off Chloe's front one and sort of trickle through where the jack moves and make 2.
That's ever so true. She's still playing with 4 hands. So.
Well,
I think she's.
I'm thinking the forehand might be a bit harder to get
to.
to.
I think she's stayed away from that.
Yeah.
I don't blame her in the least, really. So
maybe that bowl might have been a chance of going out without the jack if she's played that hand.
Yeah, no. So anyway, it's up to her now to dictate what length she'd like to play. So hope you're enjoying the bowls, ladies and gentlemen. If you can, share it out there. Share it to us often as you can to get it out to all of our viewers, and particularly people that don't have the opportunity to watch this great game of ours. Karen rolling the kitty now, so looks like she's going to shorten it up a bit there, Kelsey. She got the mat just about back on the tee, ladies and gentlemen, and just rolled the kitty just really to the end of the line. So make it interesting, make it a little bit shorter than the last end.
She's generally put the mat in the same spot every time she's won the end.
Yeah. G'day, Anne. Congratulations on your B-grade singles championship yesterday up at Townsville. Well done. I'm not too sure on that, Jan. Maybe Kelsey might know what bowls they're using.
What bowls they're using? Chloe uses Henslite XG size 3s, and I believe Karen's using Aero. I'm not sure exactly which ones. I'm judging off the way they're turning in. I'm thinking more like an Optima.
More than likely, I think, by the looks of it. There's a lovely starter there by Chloe, just a front resting toucher. So even changing the length, and Chloe's just nailed it straight away, Kelsey. So beautiful bowl there. So I hope that helps. Paul's watching from Cape Town, so great to have you on board, Paul.
Oh, great shot there from Karen.
That's a beautiful bowl by Karen, that's for sure. So she's made one out of that. Chloe changes her hand, ladies and gentlemen, to the backhand. So try and dead draw it or just trail the kitty. She's pretty much in the area by the looks of this. Oh, what a beautiful bowl by Chloe Stewart.
Yeah, that's a great reply.
And there's a skill in that too, Kelsey. And the kitty's been moved off the line, so you've got to adjust your grass line and weight control. So, fantastic. There you go, dynamic. Thank you very much, Emma Spicer.
Dynamics.
Yeah, dynamics.
Must be the way she gets it away then, because they definitely look like they're turning more than Chloe's.
Z Scoop. Thank you very much for that. We're in just a bit long with that one, so the grass line's not too bad. Anyways, Chloe playing her forehand here. There's plenty of room for her just to come around that front one there. Draw another one. A beautiful grass line on it, Kels, just depending upon her weight control now.
Pretty good.
Beautiful shot there, 2 shots.
Alright, Karen's in a lot of strife here.
She certainly is. It's her last bowl, she's got to make it count. She played it with pretty good weight by the looks of it. I'm not going to say it's too wide this time, Kels, that's for sure.
Here it comes. Well, that's a pretty good save.
Very good second shot there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very good second shot. So. Chloe just deciding what will be the best hand.
Well, thinking there's not really much danger in playing the... Well, there's not much danger playing either. Backhand probably looks slightly safer from watching it on the same screen you guys are watching it on. Even if she did crash into the front one, it wouldn't do any damage.
Ever so true. Yeah.
She did just draw a front toucher on the forehand, so...
Yeah. Is she going to play the forehand again,
as long as she thinks that she's not going to get down enough to slice the jack out.
Yes, no, that's for sure.
Well, she just takes the grass and lets it just drift in.
Beautiful grass line once again too, Chloe. Well, to this. Oh, maybe just a little bit. It's a little bit long. But grass line was spot on for what she was after.
Yeah, I think judging by that weight, she might have been just given a little bit of a chance to try and push the shot bowl onto the jack.
Yeah. So anyway, it's another one to Chloe. So it's one's a sweet. So it's, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the screen there, it's 23-16, and it's been a pretty good game of bowls. It's going on 2 o'clock, so they've been out there for a few hours now.
Wow, what time they start? 11:30 was it?
11:30 they started. Yes. It's been a very, very good game. It's basically what you expect in a final, though. With all due respect, though, when you're playing it for a state title, you wouldn't expect to have a runaway. It would be very, be very disappointing if it was. So it's just been pleasure to watch. Yeah, I know, watching that.
I've seen Karen sort of around the traps, but I've never actually watched her play bowls.
Okay. Yep.
So it's been good. She's definitely put up a good fight, and every time Chloe has sort of got away from her, she's knuckled down and won a few ends and got back into it. She's definitely not going to go down without a fight.
No, it's beautiful opening. Oh, jack high bowl there from Chloe. So just having a quick look on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a few black clouds starting to appear out there. But according to the bomb site, there's nothing here, so hopefully they've got it right. It's been such a warm day, though, Kelsey, hasn't it? It's been
beautiful.
Been beautiful for this time of the year. It's been in the sun's been absolutely gorgeous. Looking at that there, one to Karen, so but far enough away, I can assure you that shot bowl hasn't been played as yet. So it's Kelsey sticking to her backhand, ladies and gentlemen, playing away from the car park end, as you can see the cars going past, playing back towards the club rooms at Club Helensvale. And if you happen to be in the area, ladies and gentlemen, want to see these great bowlers in person, please come on down and come and look us down and say hi to us. So a good bowl there by Chloe, just pulling up possibly a couple of feet short there, but right on the line. So she's corrected with her grass line from her first bowl, that's for sure. Just perfect weight with her first one and just a bit underdone, and perfect line with that one, and just not enough weight. Karen played a beautiful bowl there. What a lovely bowl there. Particularly under the pressure that they've been under when you're getting this close to the business end. We're only a couple of shots in it, so
yeah, that's right. Every bowl's important from now on.
Ever so true. Concentration has absolutely got to be at peak now. There's Chloe, of course, sticking to her backhand, ladies and gentlemen. So got it very well grassed out there. So just depending on weight control now. Weight control wasn't too bad, kiddo.
I think she's done it again.
She has done it again. Oh dear. It's really, she's playing beautiful bowls, isn't she? She's, again, there once again too, just saying to the viewers, particularly ones that don't play bowls, do have the kiddie slightly off the line and just to be able to adjust your grass line. And the sun's gone in, there's a little bit of cloud cover, ladies and gentlemen, so the green is changing with speed and everything. It really is a skill in that. But, just a little bit wide with that one, collect her first one, but once again too, like she needs another one in here now, Kelsey, because only one bowl in the head, and Karen got 2 seconds with a bowl to play, so
yeah, that's right. I think there's not too much danger here for Chloe to try and draw either hand, draw another one. I think the best thing she could do really is draw another one and hold game, because it's obviously going to be a lot harder for Karen to play this shot if she's 2 down.
Yes, that's for sure.
At the moment it looks pretty good. She's only 1 down. Go to another end if I miss.
And I'm sure that bowl's nice and looks nice and big to her from down there. But as you said, 2 down game, a bit more pressure.
Yeah.
A bit more sweaty palms. So anyway, see what hand that Chloe plays here, as you said, it's really open either way, but I can't see why she'd want to change after playing such a beautiful bowl the last one. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that bowl's laying down. If she hits it, it's not going to do any damage to it whatsoever. So, has she got it out there far enough, Kels?
It's definitely not as wide as the last one, mate. Can she sit on it?
Ooh, she's just going to cut
Not
under
quite.
it. Gee whiz, she had beautiful weight once again too, Kelsey. Beautiful weight. So it's advantage Karen here. She can take this bowl out of the head, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think she's going to be short with this bowl somehow. And she's pretty keen looking at it. Very interesting. Did she get shot out of it? Not too
Possibly.
sure. Possibly. She was not too sure on that one. It's sitting there, waiting for it to come down to declare the head.
Yeah, one to Chloe.
One to Chloe. Well, that's, as you said, one end to play. If Chloe gets one, I mean, a lot of people, particularly in clubs too, like, I mean, you see it's the first to 25 and you read the paper and you see it's 26-14 or 27-20 or whatever, and once you get to 25, you don't need any more, you won. So, anyway, again, Chloe's throwing a pretty short end here. She's really changing up the length, isn't she? So, you know, possibly could be putting Karen slightly off her rhythm, do you think, Kelsey? Or?
Yeah, I think she's picked up on the fact that the loose bowls that Karen has played have generally been, because of her weight, they've either been too long or too short. So I think she's picked up on the fact that she needs to keep changing. If she keeps changing the lengths up, she's not going to let Karen get into any kind of rhythm.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad starter there too by Chloe. She's, I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, shot bowl hasn't been played yet, but that's not a bad bowl. It's going to make Karen automatically go on her backhand. And as you said, yeah, let's see, just slightly through the head. So
yeah, she's done it a lot with her first bowl. I sort of wonder why, if it's just the pressure of playing against Chloe, you know, and feeling like you've got to get to the jack first, and maybe just overplaying it a lot, or whether she's just you know, you have days where you just can't really pick the pace.
That's true. That's another lovely bowl there by Chloe, just a couple of, maybe about 8 inches short. But yeah, what you're saying is right, but listening to Karen speak before the game, she was more concerned about how much Chloe beat Bolivia by. So,
okay.
Which is, you know, like, I mean, it's a brand new ball game though, you know what I mean? Played a beautiful bowl there.
Good shot.
Beautiful bowl there. Didn't stick with it, but it's still wide out in the open there, ladies and gentlemen. Those bowls are probably around about 3 foot away, so. But she's goes back to Chloe now to show us her skills by adding a few more feet of weight to her bowls, and both her bowls were slightly short, so she's got it very well grasped out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to be up to her weight control now. She's very intently watching it.
Pretty good.
Very good. Probably sitting 2 foot, maybe 2.5 foot behind the head, ladies and gentlemen, so there's still plenty of room there to draw it. Again, it's very well grasped out there, that's for sure. It's got a couple of options here. She can sit Chloe's bowl, possibly. Just around the back of it. Now, you think Chloe will drop another one in there, Kels? Or leave it open? What would you do?
Look. Yeah, you just don't want to put one jack high and give her anything to sit on, or try and trail the jack. I mean, gosh, if Karen could trail the jack this end, she can make 4 herself.
She can make 4 herself there, and then it's really game on, isn't it?
So
Kelsey's played a pretty good bowl here. She's giving her nothing really. She's coming in, just sitting just in behind the kitty again, ladies and gentlemen, so she'll be holding 2 shots there. So
so Karen just needs to take a metre off her third bowl and draw the shot.
Yep. Tell you what, she got a pretty...
No, she's quick. Yeah, that's the ball game, folks.
Mate, well, that was a wonderful exhibition of bowls, ladies and gentlemen. So Chloe Stewart is the state singles champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having a very slight break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the start of the men's final. And a very, very big thank you to Kels for coming on board and doing that game for us.
That's
It's a
all right.
pleasure having you on board, and enjoy the next game.
Yeah.
You've got to take us some photographs and
Yeah,
everything.
I'm looking forward to the next game. Yeah, and go and have a chat to the new state singles champion Chloe and see how she's feeling.
Yep. Okay, thank you very much, Kels. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.